Title: The Brave Little Rabbit. Once upon a time, in a cozy burrow nestled beneath a tall oak tree, lived a timid little rabbit named Rosie. Rosie was afraid of almost everything. She was scared of the dark, afraid of loud noises, and terrified of meeting new animals. Every day, while her siblings hopped and played in the meadow, Rosie would stay inside her burrow, peeking out timidly. She longed to join them, but her fear always held her back. One sunny morning, Rosie's mother called her over. "Rosie, darling, it's time for you to face your fears," she said gently. "You're a brave little rabbit, you just haven't realized it yet." Rosie wasn't so sure. "But what if I get scared, Mama?" she asked, her ears drooping. Her mother smiled reassuringly. "You have to believe in yourself, Rosie. Remember, bravery isn't about being unafraid. It's about facing your fears even when you're scared." Taking her mother's words to heart, Rosie decided to embark on a journey to overcome her fears. She took a deep breath and ventured out of her burrow, her heart pounding with fear. As Rosie hopped through the meadow, she encountered many things that made her tremble. The rustling leaves, the buzzing bees, and even her own shadow seemed to loom ominously. But with each fearful encounter, Rosie reminded herself of her mother's words and pressed on. One day, while exploring the forest, Rosie stumbled upon a babbling brook. She watched as a group of frogs leaped joyfully into the water, splashing and playing without a care in the world. Rosie felt a twinge of envy. "I wish I could be as fearless as those frogs," she thought. Summoning all her courage, Rosie approached the edge of the brook. With a shaky breath, she took a small hop and landed on a mossy rock. But as she peered into the rippling water below, her legs turned to jelly, and she froze with fear. Suddenly, a voice chirped from behind her. "Hey there, little rabbit. Are you afraid of the water?" Rosie turned to see a friendly frog smiling at her. "Why, yes," she stammered. "I'm scared I'll fall in and get swept away." The frog chuckled softly. "Don't worry, I'll teach you how to swim. It's easy once you get the hang of it." With the frog's patient guidance, Rosie slowly learned to conquer her fear of the water. She paddled and splashed until she felt as comfortable in the brook as she did on dry land. Buoyed by her success, Rosie began to tackle her other fears one by one. She braved the dark by lighting a lantern in her burrow, faced her fear of loud noises by listening to soothing music, and conquered her fear of meeting new animals by making friends with creatures of all shapes and sizes. With each triumph, Rosie's confidence grew stronger, until one day she realized she wasn't afraid anymore. She was a brave little rabbit who had overcome her fears and discovered a world of endless possibilities.